Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm just out for a little drive. And naturally, we're starting off into the sun. I'm waiting for this old person to get by. I'm old as they are, probably. There they go, creeping on by there. Now we'll go. But anyway, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunday morning. I'm just out for a Sunday drive, and I'm down by the. There's actually two city parks. There's one right down here on the river, and one out where I live. Or stay at the RV park, and they're pretty nice. I was going to go that way, but they checkmated me. Well, that's all right. I don't need to go down there. Oh, that's the RV park. We'll talk. But anyway, what I want to talk about this morning is some of the differences between living in a motorhome, or full-timing in a motorhome, and full-timing in a travel trailer. I full-timed in a travel trailer for around 25 years, in that range, plus or minus. And now I've got a Class C motorhome, a 24-footer. It's a Thor 4 Winds 22E, 24 feet long. And some of the differences are, first of all, we'll start with the outside. You got dualies, dual tires in the back. On the travel trailers I've never had dual tires. I've had single axle and double axle, but I've never had dual tires on the back or on the rear. So that's a little different, and you have to keep them properly inflated and all that to get the good gas mileage, and save the wear and tear on the tires and so forth. So that's a little bit of a difference there. And also just airing up the tires, I can get to 4 of them real easy, but they've got the extensions on the inside of the dualies. They've got the extension, but the extension it needs to be another inch longer, okay, for me. But so that's just a minor issue, but it's there. And I can also go to Discount Tire and get the tires out of there. But so you do as a motorhome person, or be I guess more conscious of airing the tires, particularly the dualies, because you don't want the inside one to be low or whatever, and they rub against each other, and then you got a blowout. So what else? Of course, the motorhomes, most of them, or nearly, I'd say all of them practically, come with an Onan generator. And I've got an Onan generator, and an Onan generator, 4,000 watt, has to be maintained. And so that's a little different. This is the Llano River Bridge, of course, crossing the Llano River. On the right, they've got a little dam that makes a little lake, but enough said, we'll move on across. But yeah, maintaining the generator is something that's new to me. After 20 hours, you're supposed to drain the oil, the break-in period. And once a month, it says, actually Onan says to start it and let it run for, quote, a couple of hours. I don't know about all that. But yeah, but what I'm planning to do is just start it every week or so, and let the generator run for, a half hour at most. I'm not into just letting it run for 2 hours. I don't know about that. They say it keeps the carburetor from gumming up, but the Onan generator I have is a QG model, and it's EFI, which is electric fuel injection, and they say that kind of minimizes that gumming issue, but it's still there. I guess it can plug up the injector or whatever. But so the generator does require some attention. Not a great deal. I mean, it's not like it's a big, you got to be doing something every day, but it requires more attention than just being in a travel trailer without a generator and using solar or something like that. What else? I have to say this, in some ways it's more stable when it's parked, because it's much heavier, for one thing, much heavier than my Casita. I lived in a Casita RV for a little over 2 years, and it weighed 2,500 pounds, in that range, 17 feet long, and you had to stabilize it because the wind in the evenings or mornings or whenever, you could feel the RV moving. But with the Class C, I don't have any stabilizer jacks at all, and I haven't noticed any movement, or it hadn't been an issue, let me say that. I did finally here 2 days ago, I've got some of those old travel trailer stabilizer jacks, the old ones that you screw up, you know what I mean? I mean screw up like, turn the screw thing. And yeah, I put one at the rear of the Class C. I put it on a block and then put it under the bumper there. But anyway, it seems to help some. It seems to be more stable. Again, this is Llano, Texas, population about 3,000 or so, small town, and I'm just cruising the town. So, what else? Yeah, as far as room, of course, I've got a lot more space. I can stand up straight up in the shower. I'm 6'1", and inside of the casita, you ain't gonna do that in the shower. No. And even in the main part of the RV, the interior is 6'1.5". So, you could be. If you're over 6'1", you're gonna be scraping your head in a casita. So, but now I'm just other RVs like the Coachman Clipper Cadet I had. It had like a 7-foot ceiling. It was actually roomier and a better RV in a lot of ways than the casita, and it was about half the price. So if you're looking for a small, lightweight travel trailer, check out a Coachman Clipper Cadet. Yeah, they are what they are. They're cheap, and I mean cheap. Okay, you know what I mean. So, but anyway, back to some of the differences. Well, of course, now I've got an oven and a microwave. That's a big, I guess, change. And but what else? Another thing, of course, when you're driving and you're inside of the RV itself, when you're going down the highway, everything that moves and rattles and stuff, you're going to hear it. Whereas when you're towing an RV, even though it's making those noises, you don't hear it because you're in the tow vehicle and you don't know it. But when you've got a motorhome, you are in the tow vehicle. You understand? I mean, the tow vehicle and the home are one piece. So you got to kind of get stuff squared away so that it's not making a lot of noise. And that's not a big issue with me. A lot of people use baskets and storage things and stuff, and everybody's got their own way of doing things. My way is I've got some pillows and towels and stuff that I use, and I just pack them in those areas. And there's only a few areas. There's like 2 areas in my RV, or my motorhome, where things will rattle, and that's where the like dishes are, like particularly your knives and forks. I put a pillow in there and kind of smash it down, and that stops that crap. And then sometimes if you have other than plastic glasses, bowls, and stuff, then they're going to rattle too. And also in your storage compartment, you got a huge storage compartment on the motorhome, the 22E, and you have to kind of be careful with stuff in there so that it's organized and not rolling around and banging and so forth. So that's just some of the differences. Again, when you're driving the unit, the down the highway, as far as wind issues, some people say that a motorhome is more prone to movement when you've got side winds, and I'd agree with that, but if you're towing a big fifth wheel or a long travel trailer, you're going to have the same thing. Even if you've got a stabilizer hitch, that's going to help you minimize that sway or sway bar. Then that's going to help minimize that a little bit. But the Class C, if you just drive slow and you kind of check the wind before you leave, don't get caught out in a side wind. Now, if you get a tailwind, you want to get out and kiss the wind, But a headwind is misery in towing anything. I mean, I don't care if it's a motorhome or a travel trailer or a fifth wheel or what. You going into a headwind at 20 or 30 miles an hour, that ain't fun. No. So those are kind of equal issues, no matter which unit you have. Here comes a travel trailer now, and that's a Puma. And but the Class C so far for me, even though I haven't driven it a lot, I'm fixing to. I just had to get everything squared away. I'm still got a few things to do. I've got the tray or the thing on the back to put the trike in, and that was something I had to wait on because I wanted to go down to Victoria. Got some sisters living there. I go down and visit or something, and spend a few days. And I thought I'd take that trike. I just want to see how it all works out because when I travel in the spring and summer this year, then I want to be taking the trike with me to be able to use it to go get things if I'm in an area where I can use it like that. And yeah, so that's a difference. When you're towing a travel trailer, fifth wheel, whatever, when you get to your destination, you've got a vehicle to drive around in. Now, admittedly, some of you guys that have these big fifth wheels, you got a dually, diesel dually, or whatever it is, may not be the most economical in the vehicle in the world, but it's better probably than a motorhome, which gets anywhere from 8 to 10, 12 miles a gallon max. Now, the Class B's get good gas mileage. Class C's about like, Class A's are on the low end, B's are on the high end, and in the middle is the C's, Class C's, and I've got a Class C, and right now I'm getting the high end I got a little over 10, low end I got around 8 1/4. So the overall average for my first around 200 miles has been a little over 9, but the bulk of that was into a headwind of about 25 miles an hour when I was coming back from El Dorado, Texas. So overall, how would I rate the experience after 10 days? Well, right now it's a new thing. It's just a new adventure, and I enjoy the Class C. I'm looking forward to taking some trips and seeing how it all works out. I mean, because I've planned a lot of things. Like I've got 2 little electric heaters, which I can run them off the Onan generator if I need to or want to, and so yeah, it's all working out. Having the 2 small heaters, electric heaters running on low, fine. I've had none, zero condensation issues, even though I have and did use a couple of days on cloudy, damp days when I couldn't open the windows. I've got a dehumidifier, and I ran it one day, basically nearly all day, and I've had zero, as in none, condensation issues. This is the RV park I'm staying in right now. It's here in Llano, Texas, and it's okay. I mean, the rate depends on how long you stay. The shorter the stay, the higher the price. Yep, there's my spot there on the right. You can't see it too well because I got to make this curve. But anyway, I'm going to make this go all the way down through the park and just kind of think out loud a minute. Now, this is a city park. There's a swimming pool there on the left, and then this parallels the Llano River for about a half a mile or maybe less, quarter mile. But anyway, back to the comparison. Yeah, as far as and will I have a tow vehicle? I don't plan to. I really don't plan to. I mean, I've got that trike back there in the back now on the hitch, and it'd be a little difficult to add I don't think I need a tow vehicle for what my plans are, because I plan to stay at locations where I can use some of the time the trike to go get groceries and other items, maybe go get something from a restaurant or whatever. So anyway, I got a call here. Anyway, I'll end the video, guys. Let me get this right here right quick. Hey bud, hang on just 1 second. You there? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me end this video. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. We'll talk again later. Adios.